With relic and ritual, I've bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets.
Hello, hello. It is Pirate Weasel back at it again on our challenge run tonight. Almost week 40. It's exactly where we opened the Baron quest last campaign, and it looks like I'm going to do it the same thing this time. Exactly week 40, tackling the Baron. But I think I do want to... I think I am deciding to give my Vestal a week here.
Caused this great foulness, and it is shameful that I must rely upon you to set it right.
Yeah, so the Vestal I want to take to the Crimson Court here has Situomania, so let's lock that out and lock in Natural Eye, and she'll be pretty damn good after that. So... Hello, hello, BGT the Slayer. Welcome, welcome. So anybody I want to kick for a 4th Vestal here? Eldritch Hater. This one's better. Can they do better than Manslayer? It's pretty good. I need a Crusader. This one, this Occultist is kind of meh. But I'd like to have a backup. Yes, very solid run so far. Let's hope we keep it that way. Definitely going to be playing to the best of my abilities, no matter what. I can't let this blessed run get away from us. That's for sure. You know what? It could be this Vestal that I kick. Yeah, seeing as this Vestal has nothing good, and the other Vestal at least has Eldritch Hater, which is not great, but something. Not too sure. Definitely not none of you guys. Everyone's stress is looking good. We're disease free. Alright, let me itemize first for this week, and I'll think... Hell's Hairpin. Okay, so... There's no... what you call it... Riposte synergy on this team, so it's going to be dodge synergy. I'm going to take Overture Box on her, I think. Moon Ring... Moon Cloak here. Got 3 Moon Cloaks. Holy crap. That's a lot of stuff. I mean, if I slap 3 Mooncloaks on this team, yeah, I mean, Invigorating Vapor should get a lot of value, no? And actually, I feel like just doing Crescendo Box on the Hellion, honestly. A little bit of speed really tops her off nicely. So then I might as well just slap Mooncloak on the Antiquarian too, then. Okay, so the hardest decisions are always for the roster here. Yeah, let me commit to fixing up this Vestal this week. And then, now the only decision left is whether I want to kick a Vestal for the level 2 Vestal here. This is the Warrens I'm going in this week, right? No, the Wield. Yeah, just gonna make some more money here. Caregiver's Convention is also nice. Nice chunk of gold. Let's get our skills. Up, 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 up. Might as well take the mark, I guess. And then this. Protect Me is almost kind of like not needed here. I know, man. Like I'm looking at everyone else on this challenge, right? You, Name. It's like, you know, it's not for nothing. The bank is definitely not for nothing. And anytime I'm not doing a long quest or a boss or a Shieldbreaker Nightmare, I'm taking Antiquarian every single week, so that is definitely like the way I prefer to play. the idea of playing any other way really turns me off. What do you mean unlucky it? You mean jinxing myself? I don't think so. Yeah, I almost feel like Protect Me is not needed on this team, especially in the Wield. Nothing reaches Antiquarian in the back rank in the Wield. So I could take Nervous Stab, Vapors, get down, and maybe even like I'm okay with taking Festering Vapors in case there's human enemies like a Acolyte in the back or something. If the battle is scouted, I don't think I need to get down. What else? What else? Bounty Hunter, you're good. Got bank at week 30. No, last campaign I got week 30. This campaign, because I delayed the Crimson Court, I was able to get it my preferred week, which was week 14. So, according to my spreadsheet, since week 14, I have made 60,000 gold off the bank, and that continues to roll forward, right? Like, if I were to get the bank this week, I'd probably have like 30,000 gold, and I wouldn't even have enough money to get the interest rolling. But, yeah, the way we do it, as long as you survive to, like, Veteran, the downsides of the bank have been offset, right? Like, you get the granary early to survive. Seeing as I've already survived, I feel like, the decision already paid off. I mean, at least that's how I'm framing it in my head. Okay, last decision. This Vestal, or kick this Vestal. Perfectionist, man, don't cheat, doesn't do anything. Diurna's bad, that has to come off. I feel like Fairweather Fighter does absolutely nothing most of the time. Beast Hater is... it's okay. Not as good as Eldritch Hater, I think. Again, Wheel Tactician doesn't do anything. God-Fearing, kind of annoying. Nothing where I really have to heal off her right away, though. Apprentice Vestals, I have 1. And then we have 2. So I have 3 Vestals on my roster total right now. I only have 1 good one. Eldritch Hater would be good against Think from the Stars. Whereas this Vestal, yeah, would not be... Yeah, you know what? I think from the Stars is kind of pushing me towards this direction. But then again, we are like about to start our veteran quest soon, I guess. As soon as she's done with the Baron, or no, the other one. As soon as she's done with the Baron, she's gonna be level 4. I can only take her on like 2 more quests after that. So that's an argument just to keep the level 3 Vestal that doesn't have anything really good. Yeah, this is my goated Vestal. It just depends how many more apprentice quests am I really trying to do here. I gotta keep a team and apprentice ready for Think from the Stars at all times. Okay, the Aquarian can go out more, he can go out more, he can go out more, she can go out this last time. Can live poorly if you start veteran week 50. Yeah, I mean, you can certainly live poor and play around it. And from my perspective, it's like, you don't have to do any of that. Just get the bank and take Antiquarians. And learn to play with Antiquarians. It's not that bad if you have some synergy. Up until Invigorating Vapors gets to level 3, just do Repose Guard. After level 3, just take Vapors. Go for full dodge trinkets. In my opinion. Makes sense to me. Anyway, looks like... Okay, yeah, I decided not to take Protect Me this time. She does have protection and the Wield. I feel like nothing, like literally nothing can reach Antiquarian in the Wield in the backline. Bounty Hunter can do Come Hither, Flashbang, finish him. Do I even want to get this Hellion to level 3 yet, though? I could just get this Shield Breaker to level 3. Level 2. And that way, if Shieldbreaker goes to level 2, then she can more safely do Think from the Stars. Just gotta get to level 2 before Think from the Stars anyway. And the Prop Piercing and the Guard, the Shield is kind of better in the Wield, I feel. So I could just put, again, I feel like Christian Box and Moonring. Used anti maybe 4 to 5 times so far. Yeah, it's not bad. Nice, nice. Get shit fully upgraded around here. I've got every money reduction max. That's kind of crazy. Like, I've maxed the money reduction on the guild. Luckily, I got the last campaign. I never got the free building upgrade. This time, I got it for the rank 4 guild. And then I had to save like deeds for these 2 upgrades because I like getting experienced recruits. They let me like bypass a lot of the risks of the early game. Because, you know, I feel like if I'm losing a run, it's usually going to be due to a level 0. Like, I notice every time I lose a run, like before week 30, it's almost always level 0s, so I try to get rid of level 0 as like early as I can. Because it seems like my guys can go out on a lot more quests, I think I am going to just, yeah, pitch this Vestal. What other options do I have? Maybe I keep 4 Vestals. Let's see. I don't know about this Antiquarian, but keeping her at least gives me the option to do Veteran Siren anytime. This Bounty Hunter is pretty good, I feel like. Quick Draw Slugger. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I don't really need 2 Bounty Hunters, but it seems decent. The Man-at-Arms kind of sucks, but just having 2 is kind of nice. Yeah, level 0 is like actually insane. The more I think about it, like level 0s are like I've said this before, but level 0s are like worse than regular characters in like 10 different ways that are just like any of those aspects in level 1, you just like would not take them out. They're taking plus 25% stress. They got lower HP, lower dodge, lower attack, base attack, lower speed, lower ability accuracy, lower ability damage, lower heals. It's kind of insane just how much of a liability level 0s are. So I think one of the biggest factors for letting me like progress my attempts faster was learning not to take 2 level 0s out at the same time if I could help it. In this campaign, I pretty much always took only 1 level 0 at a time in the mid-early game. I feel like that's helped a lot. And also not taking an Aquarian unless I have some form of synergy with her. What am I doing? Caltrops, come hither. I could also take Vestal. Oh no, but he has a lot of good wield quirks. I do feel like I want to grab this Vestal. This is always the hardest decision. I think Manslayer is good enough to keep the A-bomb. This Vestal's good. Plague Doctor is good. She's good. I need this On Guard Crusader. Been able to bring 3 level 1 to 2 and 1 level 0 in almost every dungeon. But then I should upgrade it level 1. I should upgrade it level 1 already upgraded. They're fully upgraded. Yeah, I always take like at least level 1 guild upgrades as soon as I can too. I never want to really attempt an apprentice boss until like you have the level 1 blacksmith, level 1, yeah, like armor and weapons. And then I don't do the fanatic until I unlock level 3 guild for apprentice guys. So delaying the Crimson Core gives me a lot more time to prepare for the fanatic. Anyway, hard decision time still. Man-at-Arms. This Man-at-Arms sucks. Do I really need this Man-at-Arms? Diurnal has to come off. Beast Hater is just not doing it for me. I can change their abilities in the stagecoach. It's funny. Warren's Tactician, Eldritch Hater. I feel... yeah. Alright. Vestal. Diurnal has to come off. I don't even know what I would lock in on her. Is the minus 15% stress. Eldritch Hater isn't even that good on a healer. Like, I'd rather have Eldritch Slayer on her. What is this really doing? Stuff in the, like, Judgment in the Cove. Less stress against Thing from the Stars. has some utility in DD1, DD2, DD3. Beast Hater is fine in like minus stress versus Beast is pretty good if you're taking her to the Warrens. Wheel Tactician doesn't do anything. They both, okay, she has Warrens Tactician. If I were their fighter, I feel like doesn't do anything. It's so hard. It's like a really minor decision, but it can have like a cascading effect on the actual run in the end. Like, do I really want to keep a Manslayer Abomination? Is that really good enough? It seems pretty good, especially if you want to take him to the Hag or something like Ash does, because she's human. There's a Cultist. Unholy Hater is actually not bad in the ruins for, like, I take him against the Prophet and the Necromancers. I think Unholy Hater is actually just good enough for him. This man at arms sucks so bad. Like, can I really not do better than him? I kind of just want to have 2 man at arms handy for when Wolf comes around. But he's so bad. Like, this guy's not much better. Yeah, it's got to be either the man at arms or this Vestal. Like, I'm done with all the apprentice bosses now, so literally the next step would be, after the Baron next week, would be to start rolling out the veteran bosses. 4th Mooncloak? Jesus. Let's look at camp skills for a moment. Snake Eyes is obviously pretty good in the wield. Don't know if it matters that much. She's an end game shield breaker, so I might as well get this now. I'm gonna have to get it eventually. What week would you recommend starting the Crimson Core for Bloodmoon? I've said this a couple times since my last campaign, but the more I think about it, the more I think you should just wait as long as possible. The upside of opening the Crimson Core early is literally only for a good trinket, right? Because you only get 1 trinket, really, that's guaranteed to be good. And then what happens after that is, like, say you open the core week 10 or something, like I used to do for Salacious Diary or Vial of Sand or something, as opposed to, like, week 22, whatever I did it now. Like, opening it week 22 as opposed to week 10 gives you, like, 12 more weeks to tackle Fanatic, the Baron, the Viscount, the Countess. I mean, you get 12 more weeks to get your upgrades for the Guild and the Blacksmith Veteran. It's just, like, the more you wait, it's the more time you have for a huge amount of bosses. Papariza 522, 526, thank you for the follow. The Viscount. I only know that because that's how I hear other people say it. My favorite Crimson Core trinkets, early game, it's always going to be the Salacious Diary, but after I get the Ancestor's Scroll, I tend to like that item better, because there's more utility for other characters. You can swap it around during camp. The Vial of Sand is always a top-notch choice. The Jester's Fingerbone gets a lot of value for my strategies with Jesters, so I think those are the three items I would feel like some sense of loss if I didn't have them. I do like the Houndmaster Evidence of Corruption, but I've never got to play with it. Like, I've never opened the court for it, and I've never actually, like, gotten that item in any of my campaigns, so that's one I would like to try, but I haven't gotten the ability to. Letter Opener is also one of those that I've never actually gotten to try, really. Never got it at late game. What else is there? Like, the Highwayman set's pretty good. I haven't gotten the Highwayman set for a while now in my campaigns, but the Highwayman set's really nice. The Whistle is 20 and Corrupted Map 25. Don't know if it's worth. You talk about my inventory, like selling Trinket. Yeah, I was considering selling this, but I was wondering if, like, maybe there's some scenario where I run both the Whistle and the map at the same time if I really need the scouting for some reason. It's only 1,000 gold. Sanguine Snuff. The generic trinket? I think so. Dagroth asks, if you're playing torches, does that make those the darkest of dungeons? I guess it's putting a hat on a hat, right? They're called the darkest dungeon, and then they're literally dark, so I don't know what you'd call it. Obese One, still in week 30 yourself and still haven't started it yet? Fair enough. I think I was looking at, there was another guy that did all boss, Torchless, Deathless, all districts, and I think he didn't, when I was looking at his spreadsheet, I don't think he opened the court till like post week 42. I don't think Adam vs. Everything opened the court till like post 40 either, so I think there's no like downside to opening the court really late, right? You could literally knock out the Baron, Viscount, Countess like back to back if you have all the upgrades for them. It's really just the Crimson Court trinkets you're missing out on, and then summoning the Fanatic. If you want to summon the Fanatic, then you got to give it time too to cook. Yeah, that's the first time I completed the Crimson Court. Like the first time I ever completed Bloodmoon ever was probably my third playthrough of the game. I played it torchless, and I didn't open the Crimson Court a single time or the farm set because I got screwed over on those areas when I tried. So I literally completed my first Bloodmoon without opening the court or farm set a single time. So that's a little bit funny to me. Okay, what the hell am I actually doing here? I think I could even just kick this Antiquarian. Because I got a level 2 Antiquarian that's going to hit level 3 in 2 missions. Okay. I gotta focus up here. We gotta find someone to kick here. Can't delay decision indefinitely. I want the Vestal. It could be, like I said, the crappy Man-at-Arms, the crappy Hellion, or the crappy Antiquarian. So let's think about each of them. Keeping the crappy Antiquarian allows me to do the Siren right after the Baron fight, if I so chose. I do have a team ready for it. I have Antiquarian, Plague Doctor, Occultist, Man-at-Arms. If I keep the Vestal, I can take her to like the Swine God. I can take her to like the Hag, I guess, with Wheel Tactician. And if I were their fighter, that could actually be half decent. Diurnal does have to come off though. And then the Man-at-Arms, what is it really doing for me? I just find that once I get Man-at-Arms to like level 5 and sit them on the bench for Wolf, I don't really want to take him out to get him to level 6, because if he gets stressed out, I don't have any spare Man-at-Arms for Wolf. So that's why I feel like keeping 2 Man-at-Arms. I think my comps are very diverse, honestly. Yeah, I agree with you there. I feel like I do have some versatility in my team building. Of course, I favor Vestal a lot more than the other players, obviously, but you know, I do think that Vestal allows you to build a little bit more flexibly in your teams than Ash or Name would, because if you're taking the Cultist, you kind of have to take Houndmaster or Plague Doctor or something else. You're kind of locked into 2 characters, 2 slots right off the bat, if you are going to opt to take a Cultist-focused team. But one of the powers of Vestal, one of her main strengths for me, is that you can slap her in the back and then literally do anything else for the other 3 teammates, because you don't need an off healer with Vestal. She's the main healer. You're not going to need like a second source of healing from that. Yes, I do have a log. I should share that with you guys. Maybe I'll put it in my profile, but I got subs permissions for that. Maybe I'll have like a column for you guys to put in your notes too, or your comments. Okay, so I do think... Ah, fuck. It's really hard. Man-at-Arms... I don't know. I can't guarantee getting a Man-at-Arms anytime soon. Like, this may just be the Man-at-Arms I have to take to the end game. He literally has nothing good going for him. Like, not a single thing. So that's kind of awkward. But I feel extremely uncomfortable having just one Man-at-Arms on my roster. Because who knows when I'm going to get a better one offered. And the Antiquarian is literally only for Siren next week. Occultist Plague Doctor being okay combo, yeah. I do like one of my preferred comps is Antiquarian, Plague Doctor, Occultist, Man-at-Arms for an Antiquarian team. I've taken that out plenty of times in the Cove and the Ruins. I think that comp is especially good. Oh, you know what? The Siren is not even open yet. Okay. If the Siren's not open yet, does that change my plan for this week? Does it change my plan for... No, I do still feel like I want to get the Caregivers Convention or anything else. PD backline stunning every other turn I find dull. Yeah. I'm not really concerned about dull comps, honestly, but I'm glad that you like my playstyle, I guess. Bad, not good, not good, not good. Okay, not good. Bad, bad, bad. Okay, fuck it. I gotta make a decision here. Can't sit around forever. Dismiss the Antiquarian. And we should be good to go here. Because this Antiquarian is not going to be level 3 this week, I don't have a reason to unlock the Veteran Siren just yet, I think. This team is pretty tailored to the wield here because of these quirks. And then the human enemy damage with Bounty Hunter. Yeah, alright, let's do this. Bup, 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 bup. Bup, 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 bup. This. I think we should be good. Do I want to take any kind of dodge trinket on the shield breaker? I think not. Crescendo box just too good not to take, and then we need some accuracy. So let's do this. Do wish to see more Arbalist. Ash made her work well. That's probably my biggest point of contention with Ash, is that I don't see like where Arbalist is better than Vestal and any of the comps he's been taking it. Because if he wants to talk about how, you know, you should take proactive characters, like Arbalist is not a proactive character. She is one of the slowest like heroes in the game, right? She has no stun. She has pretty weak damage, all things considered. Unless you get to the later game, maybe. And her heal is not as good as Vestal. Like, there's no question about it. Like, Vestal's... The Arbalist heal is not as strong as Vestal's. I do think you are... You know... I don't know. That's one thing I disagree with him. But I also see that it's worked out for him. For some particular bosses, you do prefer to have a healer that does damage too. Crimson Curse, let's take 2 blood. Shovels, anti-venoms. Bandages, herbs, keys, holy waters, laudanum. Don't need, don't need, don't need. Got, don't need. Anything we can sell here. Yeah, that's something I definitely considered. Clearing marks in the wield is pretty big. But like, say you have a comp with like something like, you know, let's just say Fungal Claw or Giant, Virago, one of the scariest comps to see in the enemy team, period. You know, you're going to be taking a lot of damage. Like, if you want to take something like Arbalist, Houndmaster, Abomination, Man-at-Arms, like, I think you're going to have some difficulty healing up after all that's said and done. Can Vestal heal herself? Lightning Bolt attack be used from anywhere? It can only be used from the back 2 ranks. So one of the other benefits, like, I want to make a pros and cons list of Vestal versus Occultist. Like, Occultist has a stronger stun, right? But it's limited to the first 2 ranks, whereas if he gets shuffled, then Vestal on average is going to be a little bit stronger in that regard. There's a lot to talk about on both sides. I've been mulling it over a lot for funsies, but alright, looks like an ad's coming up here. I'm going to start the mission, and then I will see you guys in a little bit.
Our land is remote and unneighbored.
Alright, we're back.
Every lost resource
Occultist gets
be
one-shot,
recovered.
Vestal don't. Yes, that's one of the big things for me. Like, obviously, Vestal is actually one of the... It's not obvious, but if you look at the HP, Vestal is actually one of the tankiest units in the game, I feel like. If I want to brainstorm off the top of my head of, like, Occultist pros and cons, let's say, you know, faster speed, stronger stun, stronger single target heal, more utility with marks, debuffing damage, pulling. Cons: position dependent for the stun, camp skill does stress everybody, heal is extremely unreliable, very squishy unit. Less versatility and positioning. Vestal can go in any of the last 3 ranks. Do any of you have Necromania? No. Okay, should be good. Debatable on the heal. Yeah, what I said was... Yeah, so Occultist on average has better single target heal than Vestal. Oh, and that's the other thing. Occultist can heal from any position. So that is, you know, nothing to scoff at, being able to heal from any position. But yes, his heal is extremely iffy. Like, theoretically, if you just imagine a scenario where Occultist rolls 2 to 3 health, like 0 to 3 health, every single time you use him in a campaign, or like in a dungeon, you're probably not going to do good in that dungeon. And that's always a possibility, right? if you want to talk about reducing variance as part of heals, then that's something to consider. What am I doing? 3 medicines? Okay, I gotta focus up here. The others don't like Vestal because they say healing is weak, don't heal and kill everybody quickly. On average that works, but here's the thing. In Torchless, things can go wrong at any time, right? If I'm clearing dungeons pretty consistently with Vestal, and like, yeah, sure you could have a more proactive team that kills things faster, but what if something goes wrong? I think the scenarios where something goes wrong is the thing you really have to think about. And a cultist is not going to be like the best guy to have on your team when things do go wrong. Like say a giant crits for like 60 or something, or you know, someone pig spheres crits for like half your HP, or you see a shambler, he's doing cleave damage to everybody, tentacles are critting here and there, everyone is at like 50% HP. What's a cultist doing? He has to... He can't really even waste a turn to heal. He kind of has to finish the fight and just like race down the enemy, and then you're stuck with low HP at the end of a nasty fight, right? I don't know. Well, this kind of sucks.
Eradicated.
Like here, everybody took a little bit of damage, right? I have a cultist, you know, I'm playing him proactively. The thing is that, you know, everybody has some chip damage, and Vestal could clear all this in one shot. You're not going to sit here and, like, you're going to be really hard-pressed to sit here and just, like, heal off all this HP. You'd have to have, like, you would have to have the Granary and, like, a recovery charm or something, I feel like, to be a little bit more comfortable. And that's what I'm saying too, like, people can talk shit about Vestal all day, but, you know, you look at how far people have come in this run, Adam versus everything, you know, complete the run with the Vestal heavy strategy. I've gotten to week 87, week 88, without any death store checks. Like with Vestal, heavy comp, no retreats, killing every single shambler. It's like... should actually heal here. Yeah, see? It's... Ugh. I'm actually still gonna go for the heal. Okay, yeah. Like, that's what I'm talking about, man. If theoretically a cultist rolls like 1 to 2 for every single roll in the entire dungeon, then you're kinda screwed, right? I'm sure if I talk to like Ash or Name here, they would just say like it's a team here that sucks, which, to be fair, it's not the best team. It's definitely not the best team. It's something I'm doing out of, you know, like necessity in a way. But yeah, it's like the heals here, like one Vestal heal, like 20-25 HP in one move instantly, you know. Stun is still gonna stun, just a turn slower than the cultist sometimes. Yeah, it's like they are definitely locked into playing very specific comps, I feel, and that's not strictly a good thing either to say, you know, if you want to play the game ideally, don't take Vestal, take a cultist, take Houndmaster every time, and just do this and this and this. It's like, it's certainly something that's worked and has proven results now, but I wouldn't say it's like the only way to play, or even necessarily the best way to play. We already have, like, you know, an example of somebody who won the challenge with Vestal Heavy. I've certainly gone pretty far with Vestal, and I wouldn't say she's contributed much to my losses, if any. I'm hoping this isn't the fight so I can just camp
Mechanical
off
hazard.
this
Possessed by evil
stress,
intent.
or this HP. Oh, thank God. Okay. Like, this was pretty iffy without
Waiting
Vestal,
to be
right?
spent.
I do have fast characters, speed of 5, speed of 6, speed of 8, and even just against the dogs, right? The Vapors didn't really work out, they didn't dodge a single attack, people were getting crit left and right, Occultist is healing for 0 to 2, 0 to 3, it's like, yeah, you would have to have, like, a very specific, like, to make non-Vestal work. Again, I feel like when people talk to me about no Vestal, it's like, you don't have to take Vestal. You can just take the Granary, a Recovery Charm, 3 off healers, Occultist, Houndmaster, and, you know, just do all this stuff. And on the other hand, I'm saying, you don't have to do any of that stuff. Just slap a Vestal on anywhere on the team, and your healing needs are all good. And she'll do just fine. She will prevent incoming stress, she will, like, do consistent heals and keep you safe at the end of every fight. You're never going to be starting a fight with like half HP. You're going to be able to camp for free without doing stress to everyone like I have to do here. It's just like, I don't know.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
I have to take every stress trinket off my team because in order to prevent ambush, I have to stress everyone out for some reason. It's like kind of a pain in the ass here. So it's going to be Commune, probably Incantation, that's 4. Scout Ahead is 7, this is how we do it, is 9. Then maybe either Snake Skin or a Snake Eyes. Alright, let me do this first. Curious Incantation. Then she's taking a little bit less stress from the Occultist here. Name not willing to play PD on Champion as main healer. Yeah, like, The thing about PD is, like, of course he's healing a lot of HP because of the dots he's clearing, but I just like to take a lot of anti-venoms and bandages, and then, you know, you're not getting that much value of the heal. Except saving some money there. Like, healing for, what, 2 to 3? It's just... Plague Doctor has better things she wants to be doing half the time, too. Vestal can always do a reliable, like, a very solid stun. The stun is, like, you know, it's not below average. It is just an average stun. It has average accuracy, average stun chance, and everything. It is a solid stun that can hit ranks 1 to 3. If Vestal is in ranks 1 to 3. And if you stun something like a turn later compared to a Cultist, then sometimes it just works out the same. Like a Stress Caster take its turn, you stun it for the next turn, you get an extra turn to kill it. It's like, if you have a Stress Healer too, it really doesn't matter. Anyway, hold on. Commune. Scout Ahead. This is how we do it. And then I'm feeling something offensive, but Snakeskin's probably just good enough here. Name not willing to play on PD. He heal 4 to 5, so he kill everything, then he stall healing. Once you're good enough the game, you can go without lots of different things. Doesn't mean those things have to be bad. Sure. You must complete the game without using female characters, then without using male characters. Yeah. Like I, you know, in the end, I could say I could be the stubborn one. It could be him that's the stubborn one. It's hard to say. Like, I'm not gonna say for sure that he's wrong about no Vestal being more consistent. In a lot of ways, I can see his arguments, but like, either like I'm succeeding with Vestal because I can make up for that weakness in other ways, battlefield tactics or something, or, you know, otherwise I just have to be getting really lucky to be doing as good as I'm doing most of the time, right? Either I'm getting really lucky, or I'm just making up for the weaknesses of Vestal in other ways, or Vestal is just not bad. It's one of those things. did have to use the camp very early, which really sucks. Okay, at least we found some food here. Okay, I should be good there. I don't feel like our sapphires are going to stack that well. On average, that's probably the only sapphire C in the entire dungeon. But yeah, Matchjack particularly though, with going all in on an all-stall strategy, you might as well just do like a no healing, no stress healing run, you know? I feel like you're just playing on like a separate wavelength altogether compared to the rest of us by avoiding stalling. It's a huge disadvantage, like obviously. So I feel like there are other ways you could play that up, because it is actually just kind of insane to think about, honestly. What's that? Like no stall? I don't know. I know you had Hobo run the name. Okay, the quest is done. That's good. Alright, let's save that for Chandler's Altar, maybe? I don't know. So we have no squeaking door run? I don't get it. Some reference I'm missing there. What's the squeaking door referring to?
A handsome reward.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't do that either? Okay, so I'm at least glad that I share that with you. I fucking hate doing that, man. Like, every time you see me doing that in this campaign, I'm like complaining my ass off because the hallways fights are just not spawning. And I still don't understand names like mod that lets them do it faster. Like, if it's just faster animation walking, like, I have faster speed mods too. But it still takes like 20 to 50 times to spawn a single fight sometimes. Unless you don't want them to spawn, you're trying to complete the quest. Then they spawn every time. But yeah, I don't know. I hate that part of the game a lot. I usually count down, I'm like, okay guys, I'm gonna try this 10 more times. If it doesn't work, I'm just out of here, because I cannot subject myself to this nonsense.
Another one falls. Annihilated. Be gone, fiend.
Five times? Yeah, fair enough. I mean, according to Google, it should be 1 in 6 in Torchless. But if you observe, like, how long it takes me to do sometimes, I think there's something missing. Like, sometimes I feel like you have to go into a new room or something, and then it seems like it'll spawn faster. Otherwise, I'm just stuck there doing... I've literally counted like 30... I think I've done it 50 times before. Squeaking the door 50 times and no hallway spawn. There's something wrong with the game, I swear. Nice. He has 10 times speed? Okay. Yeah, that's not really cheating, it's just, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay, I'm dumb. Should not have done that. Speed of 2, speed of 5. Alright, fine.
press this advantage. Give them no quarter. As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Cool, we get to stress you a little bit from this fight. That's always nice. Stack up our dodge for the next fights. Stack up some speed.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Maybe I want to explore the whole dungeon here. And these things aren't really doing anything for me. Rabies. Great.
Their formation is
I just want to prevent the mark from coming out, so
offensive.
stun this thing. Then he has to use Stumbling Scratch, Harmless Swipe. I actually outsped the dog, okay.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
That thing is much more threatening than this because of how much it just like blights you and crits you and does stress. It might as well be a stress caster. I don't know that I could do it as long as Saul. Like from a standpoint of farming content, maybe, but to go at it as long as we do every day, I don't think I could have the mental capacity to like spin my wheels for. I don't know. I don't think I could do it for so long. It would kill me to give up on the challenge, though, honestly. So maybe I could. Hey Ash, thanks for stopping by. Run's still going good. I'm right about to open the Baron next, the Baron next week, so that'll be fun. Jealous of when Ash completed that this run? Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of ready to move on. Yeah, that's right. I couldn't stay away for too long. I'm a little bit too addicted. I would like to free myself though eventually.
Otherworldly corruption.
Like denying the satisfaction of completing the game is just like not a great feeling. And honestly, like, becoming an affiliate does make it a lot more fun for me, in a way. It's like, I am getting something out of it, if not much, but it's like, building towards a little bit of something, I feel like. Oh yeah, you were there, huh? That was definitely some insane stuff, I think. I mean, like, obviously, any time you're taking a death store check or death blow in, like, after week 20, I want to say, is always kind of your fault. Like, you could have prevented it, but still, I think that there were at least, like, 6 or 7 unlucky sequence of events that allowed that to happen. And, again, I don't think going into that fight was the misplay. It was just a few particular... Like, there was 2 misplays I made in that fight. Yeah, and I did think about that, Ash. I'm like, you know, as bad as I feel, like, Ash has had it worse. He deserves the win out of anyone. Like, having to lose it in DD2 after coming that far, I mean, that's the farthest any of us have gotten before failing. So, I definitely can't complain too much about my loss in the end. Affliction, Tree Batch Smackdown, Nation attacked, and who knew when the exact next run would be a victory run? That's right. It turns out it was pretty quick, luckily for you. Or not luckily, but
Packs laden with loot are often low on
fortunately for
supplies.
you. Surprised I haven't seen bloodsuckers, and then immediately as I say that, they appear.
A devastating blow.
Curse doesn't matter, I'm just doing Baron next week, I think. That was dumb, I should have just smacked with Nerf Stab. That was a big mistake, actually. I was playing a little bit too fast, I just forgot how much blade resist these guys have.
Well struck. Impressive. Slowly. Gently.
Lost quite a
This is
few
how
weak
life
75
is
plus
taken.
runs. That death looks staged. What looks staged? You missed it, Ash, but I was bitching and moaning like earlier in a fight against 4 dogs. Like everyone got to like 75% HP with this comp, and I was like, fuck, if I had the Vestal, I could just heal this off like in one single turn. Instead, I had to just like start fights with low HP and wait till camp. Because Occultist was just healing for like 0 to 2 every turn. He healed for 2, then he healed for 0, then he healed for 3. And I was saying right before that, I was like, just imagine Occultist heals for like 0 to 3 every single time for the entire dungeon. You're kind of screwed in that regard. As far as consistency goes, that's one part where he's lacking. You can't stall against dogs, man. Not really. And of course, it's not an ideal comp. I'm just kind of taking this as my like antiquarian run, whoever's available, so I can give my Vestal week to heal off her bad quirks. It should be this one, because Bounty Hunter can not stun the first rank spider.
Masterfully executed.
I could dodge Vapors, but if I kill this now, then this spider is out of position to spit. And now it's pretty safe looking. And I think it's still crit for 20.
Back
Okay,
to
we're
the
good.
pit.
She does have the... Oh no, she lost the camp buffs already. Okay. I
Another
killed the
abomination
biter,
clings
because
to
these
our
guys
lands.
sometimes will just, you know, stun someone, which doesn't do anything at this part. You need to try PD, it looks rough. And the victory run took a few teams with PD main heal, but not having man-arms and veteran is hard. If you kill, you can't stall. Yeah. This is not an ideal team by any means, but it is proactive, right? It's a proactive team in a sense. Very fast damage dealers and stunners. And if you're gonna take Antiquarian, then you know, I got Invigorating Vapors and 3 Mooncloaks going. This is only damage against stun, so the extra crit is actually still better.
Executed with impunity.
Like on Champ, Crew took PD Jester Abomination. See, I just have to say, like, I don't know what you would be doing against enemy comps with a lot of cleave damage, like, or just like raw damage output. Like 4 groupers or the Shambler doing cleave damage and crit tentacles. It's like, I don't know how you can expect to heal up with just PD and Occultist in some of those higher damage fights. Like proactiveness is not like the utility of proactive comps falls off the longer the fight goes on, too. Like against a Shambler, because stunning things really quickly just means that you get them the first turn, but then they have stun resistance the next turn. I don't know, maybe not, but I do feel like Vestal is a huge asset when it comes to Shambler, because he's doing massive cleave damage, You can heal people off Death's Door and give everyone else like a buff, like a top everyone off and stuff. She can stun when needed. I don't think that Arbalest is doing much against the Shambler compared to Vestal. Like you're doing, you know, like what, 4 to 5 damage to the tentacles with sniper shot and stuff. It's like, what am I doing here? I might still need the shovels, might not need the keys. This stuff. Don't really want to drop anything right now. Let me go see what all these curios are. I can throw out the keys soon, probably. Okay, this will be the third Shambler I've fought so far. Let's see what happens, I guess. And this is what I mean too, right? Occultist is a great stun, but against the Shambler, there's a 50% chance that you get shuffled out of position to stun, right? So there's another like pro for Vestal. She can stun in 75% of the positions she gets shuffled in. So what's the plan here? Impale seems half decent. Either Impale or Pierce. Let me see what I want. Okay. Occultist is not in the position to stun. Very unfortunate. If I waste a turn moving him, he could just get shuffled to the back anyway, is my thoughts. The Blight chance is... Wait a second. Oh, she's not even level 2 yet, so it's definitely not Impale. I should probably just kill the buffed up Tentacle. And then mark damage on the Shambler. And then maybe move the Occultist into position, is my thought. Unless Adder's Kiss. If I don't... Okay, I want to Pierce, because if I Adder's Kiss and he's still alive, then the Bounty Hunter is not in position to get a marked hit on the Shambler. Stick him up here and see what happens. Or maybe not. 4 to 7 damage, increased damage against Eldritch. Because if I'm leaving this Tentacle alive, maybe I just hit the Tentacle, honestly. And I can actually blight the Tentacle or something, too. I think that's better, because if I move and I get shuffled, then I move for nothing. Okay. Could probably wait a turn on the Anti-Venom here. I'm not dodging a single thing. Gotta focus the tentacles here. The problem is this tentacle, though. It's getting buffed up now. The blade's actually half decent here. If I can land it. Perfect. And he goes first, so that's pretty good actually.
Great is the weapon.
So that means no tentacles this turn. Okay. Really awkward team for that, but I made it work.
This expedition
That's 3 Shamblers.
Success.
What am I doing here? Can maybe drop the shovels, I guess. I'll just be sad if there's like a grave. And that's Necromania, right? Easy anti-venom drop? Say it ain't so, man. It is the most defensive item in the in the wield, right? when you have our fungal artillery stacking like 3 points of blight and just critting you for 5 rounds, like you're gonna be happy you have an anti-venom, I feel like. Alright, Matt Jack, thanks for tuning in. Have yourself a good one. Can't look at cures without shovel? Like, what do you mean? I know there's no blockages on the map. The shovel is literally only good for the graves, and that's it. Even anti-venom has more curios to interact with than the grave. Anti-venom can open like luggages and the chest, right? So I don't really see where you're coming from there. It's gold over emerald for sure, though. Yeah, it's true, I do have the keys. Nah, if I see like what about fungal artillery, man? Like, you don't care about the blight from the enemies when like everyone is low HP, you know? It's hard to put myself in that perspective when I'm trying to, you know, do a deathless run. I can't think that way like you do. I'm prioritizing safety over a slot there. Should just eat one food on everyone at least. I don't understand that. Not caring about blight is... Blight is bad. It kills you. It puts you at death's door and kills you.
Precision and power.
It's not my first choice either, Ash, but like I'm like doing the thing you did with Hellion, right, in Champion, except I'm just doing it in Apprentice. Because besides like team comps, there's many secondary goals in every mission I'm doing. For example, I want to do Antiquarian every single week that I'm not doing long missions or nightmares or bosses, right? So Antiquarian is guaranteed to be on the team. I have a Occultist who's really good in the Wield, so he's just a no-brainer for this team, because I want to go to the Wield this week too. Shieldbreaker is the best damager in the front line, because I have a Hellion option, but Shieldbreaker has to get level 2 for the thing from the stars, and the Piercing and the Serpent Sway is better in the Wield. And then Mankind Hater, very good in the Wield too. He's probably, or the Collect Bounty, and he's a good stunner, he's a fast stunner. It just kind of like, I'm not only thinking about builds in Apprentice, I'm also thinking about the multiple goals I have going on every week. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty insane to think about, but you know, we looked at Name today, right? He's at week 40 or 45 with like 30k gold I saw sitting at home. You can't really do anything with 30k gold. You can heal off like 2 bad quirks, you can't buy anything from the Nomad Wagon. Like, I've taken Antiquarian out so many times this campaign, I was able to buy the Demon's Cauldron off Nomad Wagon, a Moon Cloak, a Moon Ring, like a dozen other trinkets already, and I still have 140k sitting in the bank this week. So, in a way, if you could survive till like week 40 with the banks of the Granary, then you've already made the right decision, right? Because now you have an extra 70k gold sitting in the bank, and the safety is moot because you're going to get the Granary next anyway. So, as long as you survive, then the bank is, you know, going to be really worth it. And I'm going to try to get to maybe 200k or 300k with Antiquarian, and then I'm pretty much set for the entirety of the campaign. Don't need to loot gold anymore, can focus on heirlooms. Gold is like an interchangeable resource for a lot of other stuff. Yeah, well, yeah. You did have gold issues, right? You were locking, like I've also been locking things every week, and I have no gold issues. You were doing it, and you did have gold issues, as far as I can tell. It's like 7k gold in the bank, and then you fail a mission or something, you have to retreat. You literally have 0 gold after that, right? And that's happened plenty of times to all of us.
Soothe, outdated. The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
No, because you had the
Seize
100k in
this
trinkets. Okay.
Push on to the task's
Fair enough.
end.
80k though, like, are you actually being genuine here? 80k golden trinkets for like commons and rares and uncommons. Like, come on now. I kind of find that a little bit hard to believe. Like, I haven't sold that many trinkets, and I have maybe like I've sold maybe like 10k gold worth of trinkets. It's not looking like there's going to be a secret room. Keep the anti-venom because that can be used for lost luggage or something, or a tree sap. Wow, you actually got something positive from that? Not really. Whatever. TGIF means thank God it's Friday. I don't know where you saw that though. It's also a restaurant chain in the US. I'm not sure where you're based out of.
Finding the stuff is only the first test.
Okay, looks like I have to do the thing I hate, which is just stalling for fights unless I get something insane from this coffin. Not really? Okay. Guess I'm stalling. That's that shit I hate. Alright, so theoretically again, this should be 1 in 6. Let's see if the same thing I talked about earlier in Names chat is applied here. That's 2. Names says apparently he uses, like, apparently he does like 10 times speed mods or something that makes us go faster. I don't think it's like going to be that fast no matter what. Okay, that was reasonable. That was 5. When people are watching, it's going to go better. 6. Okay, you know what? Now it's making a fool out of me, but I swear I've counted like literally 50 times before without spawning a fight. I think there's something to this mechanic I missed. Like, you have to be in like a new room or something. You can't just go back to the same room again and again. 100 times speed? Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously it's not cheating, it's just faster animations, but... Alright, I'm gonna do this 10 more times, and whatever fights we have, we'll take 1, 2... Because theoretically it doesn't matter how many times you have, right? Unless it's blocked by a hunger check, but it should just be 1 in 6, period, on a free tile. That's 4... 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think so. 9, 10. Okay, we'll try. Like, I don't think this is gonna fill my inventory. We'll see.
unforeseen, unforgiving.
Speed of 5, speed of 5.
Success so clearly.
I guess I could drop the food here. Are you
Or
German
is it
too? No, I'm
merely
not.
a trick of the light?
Is Ash German? Is Math Jack? Yeah, I suppose I'll drop the food and I'll just leave. This slot is kind of lacking though. Name is? Is he actually in Germany? Like, I'm from the American Midwest. I'm curious about you all though. Math Jack, it doesn't seem like he's from America, would be my guess. I'm expecting to do another fight after this one. So I'll keep some food.
A decisive pummeling. A singular strike.
Yeah, see? Not enough, like I said, like I thought. It ain't enough. But now we just hit a hunger check, so it's kind of awkward. I guess I should have kept all the food after all. I am European name too. We don't have the Midwest accents, why I ask. I'm all the way west, not sure about math. Math OP, want to see math kill an entire team? I don't... What does that mean? See math kill an entire team? Of what, enemies? I think I've seen math do that plenty of times already. Oh cool, we got a fight. Okay, this will have to do, honestly. So, I guess a cultist can eat the food. She's craving, but I only feel like feeding her because I'm doing the Baron next. And, you know, most people I know don't have, like, Midwestern accents. Maybe it's because I'm in, like, near the Chicagoland area, and you may get some more accents from people out in the more remote areas, maybe? I don't know. No one I know really speaks with an identifiable accent, I feel like.
Frustration and fury, more destructive than 100 cannons. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I guess 750 gold is good enough. Keep. 750, excuse me. Yeah, we should be okay.
These medicines will prevent the outbreak of epidemic.
To dress the top out gold, you often sell rare and very rare trinkets. I only keep those I will use or re-need for specific boss gimmicks. A often sell rare and very rare trinkets. Right. Yeah, I don't sell orange trinkets that I'm not planning on using. I was going to share a clip from a different game where a streamer I mod for uses math to wipe out his team. Oh, uses not math jack, but literal calculations. Okay. I'm missing almost nearly any enemy. Sounds a bit unfortunate.
Preponderance of rare and exotic injuries.
Alright, so Vestal is good now to go to Baron.
Perfect.
160k gold this week means, let's see, we made about 7,500 from the bank this week. We can sell here. Don't need 2 of these. Probably don't even need the 1. Not really sure why I'm still holding on to Scouting Whistle. It's not that much gold. Yeah. Not much to do this week either, so it's a perfect time to do either the... Wait a second. Sunshine and Thicket, though? Really, Ash? You see insta-sell trinkets? If I had to guess in your head what would be insta-sell, I would guess Toy Soldier. Maybe you would sell a focus ring. You're probably not the kind to use Dark Crown. I feel like you'd keep this. You'd probably sell this. Sell this. I don't know if you'd sell this. You'd probably sell this and this. You'd probably sell this and this and this and this. I actually bought this from the wagon the other week because I was thinking of trying to increase stun strategy in DD3. I actually bought the Dark Crown from the wagon. I actually value that item, especially for Shieldbreaker Nightmares. It's gonna be better than... I mean, it's better than the Madman's Box. Much better. It gives you a 50% chance to Virtue. I'll take it sometimes. Caution Cloak is key to kill a thing. Yeah, that's why I kept that. PD Files DD3, that's why I bought it. Dragoth, that is kind of insane. An insane take. Like, even as a beginner, when I look at orange trinkets, I just automatically assume they were good, which included the stress penalties. So to just flat out like reject any trinket that gives you stress is kind of an interesting take. So I actually, besides doing the Baron, I also wanted to do Sunshine in the Thicket to potentially take on the Hag, the Veteran Hag, the next week. Let me see how it would itemize for Sunshine in the Thicket here. Well, same, Ash. Like, every item I kept here, I have some consideration of using in the future. Like, I haven't opened the farm set yet, so the Poison Herb is actually half decent for a lot of the enemies. Marble's getting used. Scouting Whistle, I'm thinking if I want extra scouting in some missions, maybe. Unholy Assail's Ring seems pretty good against the Necromancer, so I'm keeping that. Sharpening Sheath could be good in High Torch. Again, I like to take Dark Crown for Shieldbreaker Nightmares. Toy Soldier, it's not half bad, I think. I was debating selling this, but I actually equipped this once or twice when I had nothing better to do on Man-at-Arms. I keep the Bloodsucker Trinket because I like to rush down the Crimson Core bosses, and I think it's actually half decent. And I'll just say, in my comps I've taken, I've never come quite as close to dying to the Baron as Name did today, I saw. I take a riposte comp that, you know, I feel like Plague Doctor isn't really good for the Baron, it's just for walking to the Baron. I'm not really concerned about walking to the Baron as much. I've never really came close to dying in any Baron quest or Baron fight ever. I'm just pretty happy with the teams I've taken. So, although there'd be better comps, it could be a better comp they took, I just have no reason to try it because what I've been using has been working fine for like the longest time. Well, the thing is, Ash, I think you're kind of limiting yourself when you purposely, like, I don't think you haven't tried my team for the Countess walk, right? You planned around taking a comp good for the dungeon walk and then swapping out for the Countess. It's just not needed. Like, take a Vestal, a Jester, a Man-at-Arms, a Shieldbreaker. You're never going to come close to dying in any part of the dungeon or the Countess. Yeah, like, you didn't rush down the Countess. You kind of planned on dipping out there. And Name getting crit back to back, well, you know, what's a tankier unit than Plague Doctor? clear every mission in 1 week. Like, you say that it's like a weird thing though, right? Like, who among us does not clear every Crimson Court mission in 1 week? Like, I've been doing that before I started streaming. Like, if you don't clear the Crimson Court mission in a week, like, something really bad happened. I don't think it's like that. Like, the walk to the boss is not that threatening. All of my team compositions are built around the bosses specifically, pretty much. And you just take a stress healer, because it's a long walk. Yeah, fair enough, man. I just don't think the Crimson Court and its high torch is, like, very difficult at all. You could probably do it in, like, 1,000,001 different ways. And I'm perfectly, like, content with the teams I've been taking. Like, I doubt you've watched my playthroughs of the Crimson Court either, right? I definitely seen you rush down some bosses, like the Viscount easily, but like, I've done that too. It's hard to argue which team is better than the other. Okay, unfortunately I only had time for one mission today, I guess. Been chatting it up, but I don't mind that. So I do have to decide whether I want to go to Sunshine in the Thicket next week or just open the Baron. So I won't rush that decision, I'll sleep on it. Appreciate everyone for tuning in here. Let's see. Main point, you don't know that I proved that many times gold... My point, and you know that I proved that many times is gold optimization. If trinket is not mission crucial, I sell it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not getting close to dying in Apprentice to Veteran missions. You know, I haven't retreated a single mission, I haven't taken the death store check, so that's evidence that I didn't need the granary, right? And if I don't need the granary, what's the best district to take? Probably the one that gives me 164k gold by week 30 and expands from there. Like, not having the bank also means you play you play differently, right? Like, whether you have infinite gold or not makes you play in a different way too. Like, how you played worked out for you, but I'm free to play a little bit more liberally with all the gold I've built up, you know, this early. But yeah, cheers. Let's go and see who can raid out here. Like, in the end, Bank versus Granary is just an argument of, do you want to take a riskier early game or a more, like, safe early game, right? I mean, I don't see how you could argue anything outside of that alone. You get the bank, you have a riskier early game, you get more gold. You get the Granary, you get a safer early game, you get less gold, you know? I really do feel like it comes down to that. So arguing one over the other is kind of like, there's not too much to talk about, I feel like. Building upgrades, the guild is pretty much fully built by now. Blacksmith is all set for veteran. I can even get to champion stuff pretty soon, so my districts are looking pretty good. Who is on here? Nobody I know. Oh, Velbret I raided the other day. I'm sure she'll appreciate another raid here. Let's show them some love. Alright, thanks for tuning in, Ash. Always love talking shop with you. Dagroth, Maidenless, Scorpio Seb, everyone else, Mathjack. Appreciate you all tuning in as always. Yeah, have yourselves a good night, and hopefully we keep this run up. See you guys next time. I hope so too, Ash. Certainly need a little bit of luck there. Samson, have yourself a good night too. No, it's not the farthest I've gotten. I've gotten, like, pretty much to the end of the game a couple times. Alright, peace out, guys. Have a good night.